Time for Mr. Truck, reviewing the latest innovations for your truck and trailer.
Mr. Truck here with another truck review. We are up near Black Hawk, Central City, way up in the hills. It's in May. Things are greening up here. It's awesome. And we have the 2020 Ram Rebel Diesel, the 3.0 liter V6 with an 8-speed automatic. We've been waiting for this truck for 6 months. I've had appointments to get it for 3 different months, and they've all been canceled because of the virus. Finally, we snuck off with this rascal, and we're up here towing the Iron Bowl dump trailer. It's about 5,000 pounds empty. We just got through putting the Tuson tire pressure monitoring system on it, and we'll talk about some of that a little bit later. But yeah, I'm up here in this Rebel, and it's a loaded Rebel. This thing's got the diesel. It's got the 4-corner air ride. It's got everything you can imagine on a Rebel. And it's awesome. It's got, you know, the air ride. You can move it up and down a bit. And I've actually moved it up a couple notches when I was hooking up the trailer. And it's really cool to level yourself out and keep yourself level with a trailer. I love the air ride. I wish all the trucks had it. But we're up here with this 3-liter V6 diesel. It's 260 horsepower and 480 pound-feet of torque. It's a torquey rascal made to an 8-speed. And we've been towing these hills like nothing to it. Of course, this will tow over 9,000 pounds. I'll go over all those numbers when we're looking at the truck. But this is a cool truck, and I've waited a long time. It's like the 3rd generation, and it's the diesel, so we're happy to have it. So come join us for the review. Your truck, it's so cool. I gotta see this truck on camera. Looky up there in the corner. It says 30 foot. It measured my trailer. I love that. Tells me I'm in 4-wheel drive and I got the normal height. Go down 1 notch, see what happens. Now, we adjusted it down 1 notch on the air. It says arrows. Maybe I'll get better fuel mileage there. We'll find out. Beautiful paint on this. Look how it sparkles. It's that blue. Gorgeous paint. Wow. Well, cool. We're up in the Rockies between Black Hawk and Central City or somewhere up here. And finally, I got the 2020 Ram 1500 Rebel Diesel. Been waiting for this for a long time. The virus kept delaying it, and on it went. But this is, let's see, fuel mileage is a lot of the big picture here. It's rated at 21 miles in the city, 29 on the highway to 24 combined miles per gallon. Looks like a lot of 5 stars on the crash test, and the overall score is a 5-star. Frontal drivers 5. Wow, side crash, both front seats are 5s. That's really good. This has got a little bit of a lift because it is an off-road package. And with air ride on all 4 corners, you can actually adjust the air on this. You can go up and you can go down. And I like that instead of just being all the way up like it is on the heavy duties or all the way down, or that 1-inch drop it does when you're at highway speeds with the right weight of trailer. This one here will go all the way to the top, all the way to the bottom. And it used to be you couldn't go all the way up. It wouldn't let you drive on the highway. And this one, I don't know, it was on three of the buttons, 3 lights. So I was pretty well up, and then the normal driving was 2, so I dropped it down to 2. But man, this is fun with the trailer. I love air ride with the trailer. You don't squat, you don't do all that stuff, and this actually handles pretty well. I was kind of worried about being on the front if it would be able to react fast enough, but I think it does. As I recall, this has got a front and rear anti-sway bar. It's got front and rear tracking bar because it's sitting on coils, so they have to track it because there's no leaf spring there to hold it in place. So that's part of the function of it. And this is like one of the most expensive ones out there too. It's got, well, MSRP, which maybe so big I have to get a second page for it, but it's showing the destination charge is $1,695. So the grand price MSRP is $70,880. which puts it up at almost the top. I'm sure there's some platinums out there and all that. That's probably a little bit higher, but that's about good for a half ton, way up there. This is a gorgeous color. It's a maximum steel metallic clear coat exterior, and it sparkles. It looks so cool. I love the look of this. And it's luxury leather trim bucket seats. Now what I don't see in here is the tire track. So I don't know if this is a premium model. They decided not to do the tire track in. I don't know if you can get one on the cheaper models, but I like that tire track on the seats that it used to have. It used to have a lot of red accents. Now it's got silver accents. Of course, that kind of goes with the color, the black and the silver. But yeah, turbo diesel, third generation. And the 8-speed, I've never, I always liked 10 speeds, but I've never seen anything wrong with this 8-speed. It's done very well. And, I don't think they have a problem. And this is geared down. It's a 392. We're only pulling 5,000 pounds. My iron bull back there, it's an empty trailer. We just put the tire pressure monitoring system on it from Tuson. So I'll be reviewing that too. But just ran out to town to get all that done. Of course, it's got the Class 4 receiver. It's got a front suspension skid plate on transfer case. This is an off-road truck. It's not quite the power wagon, but it certainly is fun to take it off-road. I don't know if I'll get a chance to go up in the hills with it or not. I'm very tempted to do that because of the way this air suspension gets you up. Oh, by golly, I may just do that. Sneak off to the mountains. That would be fun. Well, cool. We're up here in the Bunt School. We're going to take this Rebel, do some off-road with it. When this first came out, with air, I wasn't excited about it as an off-road truck, but now they've changed it. Actually got quite a few adjustments of raising this up and raising it down with the air, and I didn't think the air ride moved fast enough for desert racing kind of things, but for rock climbing it's wonderful. I'm starting to really respect the Rebel and what it's capable of doing. My son Dave and I were up here trying to stay healthy in the Rockies, and the trees are blooming. So we're going to go up some rocks and play with the up and down. This has actually got pretty good skid plates on this Rebel. This thing's got everything. It's got that dual pane sunroof, the 12-inch screen. This is the Rebel 12. And it's a diesel. It's a 3-liter V6 Eco diesel. And we've towed some trailers with it. And did some work with it already. So now we're going to go up to the mountains and I'm going to show you what we're doing. Make sure all my cameras stay on the truck and don't fall off. That's terrible. You don't just lose the camera, you lose footage. So anyway, we're going to go see how much snow's up here. And there's one place we go to, the Ironclads or whatever it's called, and Bunt School. They're open most of the time. There's a place where that aircraft crashed. That's a real scary road, and it gets closed, and so does the Mid-St. Ring. I'd love to go to Mid-St. Ring and ford the river, because it's got a lot of water crossings. We'll do that this summer. But anyway, getting itchy to get the ATVs out, so I thought, well, why not take the Rebel out and see what we can do with it. Maybe we'll see some wildlife. A lot of the Colorado is opening up now, and hopefully we won't open up too fast or do too much stuff. I would love to find a restaurant to eat in today. I really miss that. I miss picking my nose. I miss eating out. So if I could just eat out, I'd give up picking my nose. But anyway, I miss that. I miss having a waitress pour coffee for me. It's just a thing. I'm an old man. I need that excitement. But anyway, so come with us for the ride, and we'll try to get as much footage as we can of what the trail looks like and how well this thing climbs it. But I'm impressed with it. I'm impressed with the improvements on it. I'm impressed with its ability, and hopefully we'll be able to show you some of that ability. Climbing these rocks up here by Allen's Park. I think we're on Highway 7, which goes to Boulder. But anyway, hopefully you enjoy this part of the review, the off-road portion. Well, we're up here at Bunt School playing with this new Ram 2020 with a diesel. This is a Ram Rebel with a 3-liter V6 diesel on an 8-speed. And my son and I were up here. Look, we got matching hats today. This is so cool, wearing our masks. I mean, it's around Mother's Day, so there's a lot of mothers driving Jeeps all over up here. A lot of people, but look how much clearance this thing has. My gosh, there is clearance. And that's got the Bilstein shocks on the back, 4-corner air, and we needed that. It's got good skid plates. I'm going to video underneath it. But there's several places where we were climbing over a lot of stuff, getting real close.
Oh yeah, we're getting gnarly.
You need all the ground clearance you can get up here in the Rockies. This Rebel is really awesome. So we're having fun up here with it and trying to include this in the whole review about this Rebel. Got towing trailers, got off-roading, got it doing all kinds of stuff. And here we are. We got our masks on, man. We're healthy. Okay, we're up here at Bunt School, bouncing all over the place. Now, what's really cool about this, I want to show you the skid plates under here, but I also want to show you this air ride. I got it way up there, so I can push this and it goes down. Oh, it's an off-road mode, so 4 levers is all the way up. That's what it says there, so I'm going to go all the way down. Okay, let's see if I can get this puppy down. Yeah, this is lowering. Let's go all the way up. Yep, and of course there it says raising. Watch road for clearance. Well, that's cool. So it's probably not what you want to do on the highway, but pulling trailer, I got it up 3 bars. Did pretty well. And I raised it a bar, or lowered it a bar. Like it's almost all the way up. It's trying to get all the way up. Off-road height, so I'm all the way up. Cool. Now we're there. This Rebel, it's a gorgeous color, and it's a crew cab. It's a new crew cab. It's 2020. The size of this crew cab. It's big. In 19, they made an extra 4 inches in this cab. This has got a good solid running board on it, and this back seat is unbelievable how much room you have in here. Now this is cool. It's got these folding seats. Back seats, of course, they fold up. You got little pockets in here where you can stash stuff, which is cool. Look how big that floor is, and this has got that giant rubber mat. I love rubber mats. And then they got underneath there's a cool box. One on each side. It's got tie downs. That's where you put your 6-packs of milk or whatever you want to haul. And it's underneath here. And it's a nice rubber mat. That's what you need when you're doing off-road or just around the mud. And it's got a lot of room, place to hang your bags. Both seats fold up. On some models, the back seat actually reclines, but I don't think the Rebel does it yet. I was hoping it would after they put the 12-inch screen in it. Well, there's enough room for a wide-bodied reporter. And looky, come on in with me. It's got the pockets on the back of the seats, which is really cool. And look at this moonroof. I don't know if you can see the whole moonroof from there. It's a big panoramic double pane. And this has got an armrest cup holder that folds down. And you got cup holders in the door, cup holders here. This looks like that graphic, what do they call it, carbon fiber. And you got 12 volt, you got 4 USB ports. That's so awesome. Another place to stick a phone. And I love this mat back here. Now come on in with me and look at this whole cotton picking moonroof. Whole view of it. But in the mountains, this is wonderful because you can see all the wildlife crawling around up on top. See if I can push all the right buttons. Now that is so cool. I love it. This is like driving on a limousine with your mask on. So much room back here, big speakers. Get your cowboy hats on in here. This is the Ram box. They've had it for years. And you push a button to open it, it locks. Holy cow. A lot of room in here. And look over here. Right here, I think you got a push button for a light back here. And then it's got a place to plug in 110, 400 watt. You can do your power tools, you can big screen TV. I like that. That is so cool. And then of course you got the little thing up in here. if you lock somebody in there and it's dark, they can push that button and unlock it because it glows in the dark. I love that. And this is another new thing that came out. It's called the Multifunctional Tailgate. And it opens up sideways, like here, where you can swing it open. If you have the right trailer, you can swing this open with the trailer. Then the other side opens up. See the second door, which is like a third and 2/3, it opens up. Now look in here, this has also got a separating part. Well, this multi-purpose tailgate, known as the barn door, is cool, but it's like all the other fancy tailgates from GM and Ford. When you try to open it and you don't have the perfect trailer set up. This one I've got a Gen Y extension here. It's a torsion ride. So it sticks up about the same height actually as the base of the trailer, so even without that hitch, it wouldn't have opened. Now to open this, you hit the bottom latch and then you swing it. And you can see that I cannot quite get there. It's about a ½ inch away though. So if I had the coupler up higher and the hitch down lower, it would have worked. It's real close, real close. So I could open up the second half of the door. It does have room. But I can't even, drop the tailgate down because of the distance, which is the same problem you have with General Motors and Ford. This has got a tonneau cover. It's got several latches, and it's got a cargo divider. You use your ignition key, and you can move that around so you can see what's going on. Now there, to open that up. But yeah, it's a soft cover tonneau cover. And you can close the barn door. You can close the multifunctional tailgate. And if you flip the top button, watch that. You got a dampened tailgate. So it comes down slowly. This is cool. We got the tailgate wars going on now, but yeah, I love it. I love it. That way when you open this up, you can walk right up to the back of the truck. Tailgate's not in your way if you want to load things. It's a good feature. Now, all three of the Detroit Big Three all have a special tailgate. I think that's kind of cool. Dual exhaust on my diesel. And we're way up in the air. And on this Rebel, these Duratrac Goodyear Wrangler tires, they're a 33-inch tire, which is good for off-road. And look at the grooves in it, the sipes, the lugs. There's all kinds of room to clear out the sand and the rocks and the snow. I like these tires. I think they're good off-road tires, even though they're all-terrain. And we just put this thing up in for the high. We got it all up in the air ride suspension. We got it in the very highest setting, which is 4 bars. It says off-road. Holy cow. If that makes it ride rougher or what it does. But anyway, this should give us some clearance so we don't hit rocks on our skid plates. I'm going to show you the skid plates after a bit here. Climbing. This is just the road in the Bunt School. This is not even the trail. It's crazy stuff. But this is cool. So this gives you a lift for off-road, so you can, lower it down the highway, lower it for trailers, then raise it for off-road. This is fantastic. I really like this. This is a good option. And it's got the diesel, so you really can get some good fuel mileage while you're doing all this crazy stuff. Just trying to remember what horsepower and torque was. This diesel from 260 horsepower, 480 torque, so this is like a torque monster. Holy cow. A torque monster. And there's a lot of people on the road today. Everybody's out having fun since a lot of the stay-at-home orders have been released. But we're still being frugal. We don't want to catch anything. We're going to take another route out of here when we leave because this is crazy. Crazy.
We haven't even got to the road we're getting to.
No, we're not even to the trail. So we got to have the air on. It's just too freaking hot. My goodness, this is too much over-road. Oh, she wanted to Stop and talk and kick her boyfriend out or what? Is it hot or cold? Oh man. And I don't know if the air all the way up, if that makes it really a stiff suspension. I mean, I think it could be because you got the airbags full of air. So that may ride it a little rougher, but you don't have to drive fast through all this stuff. You got a lot of traffic, so we're trying to get out of people's way, but I suppose it's about like what everything is when you're bouncing through here. You know, the longer the suspension, the better the ride, but if it's full of air and tight air and high pressure, you're not going to have all that wheel travel, but you will clear the rocks. So I don't know, but it certainly has max air off-road setting on the air, and it is riding really stiff. Just before we get to the big rocks, I could let the air out and see what that does. Why don't you push that button down, son? See if we can change the roughness of the road. And it is lowering. Yeah, let's see how far down it goes.
You just pushed it once. So
Okay, well, good. I probably pushed them too many times, but yeah, that's good. Let's just see if we can tell a difference in the wobble. These guys are all getting out of our way. That's nice of them. It's all women driving these Jeeps today. What's up? What's Mother's Day? What am I saying? Everybody's letting their wives drive on Mother's Day. Well, maybe the wives own the truck. I don't know. A lot of Jeeps. Although it seems about the same roughness, doesn't it? All the way down. Is that
Are you
what you're
trying
thinking?
one more? Take it one down one
Oh,
more.
well, yeah. Try to get all the way down.
All the way or just
Yeah,
one more?
all the way down.
Oh, okay.
Because I want to see if there's a difference. Because that was just 3, and we were at four lights. Get down to 1 light.
There's 2. There's 1.
Okay, just let it be a 1. I won't go lower than that. Now let's see if we can tell the difference in how it handles the rocks. Can you tell the difference? I think it is just riding rough no matter what. And this is a very rough road. Now go ahead and push it back up, so get all the way to off-road setting, that 4th light. I want the clearance. The clearance, Clarence. Sound either way. You got sound either coming from the outside, you got sound coming from the AC fan. Oh, it's any better. Whoa!
There we got some water.
Yeah, here's our water crossing. Are we all the way up? I guess
Yeah,
we are.
that's all
It's
the way.
off-road. Okay. That's the thing about some of these razors, some of these big side-by-sides, they got so much wheel travel, you can fly across these rocks. But I'm not a high-speed off-roader, I'm a slow-speed off-roader. So I was with horses, I wasn't one of those Tennessee walkers where I could fly along the trail. I want to just kind of mosey on down the trail. That's what I am, I'm a mosier. This trail seems like every time I get on, it looks narrower. The trees get a little closer.
Yeah.
What is that all about?
Last time we were up here, it got pretty narrow.
Yeah, those trees got real close. And my old Dodge Zilla, that old 94 second generation, it was so tall you had to watch the trees above you. Goodness gracious. Boingy boingy. Yes, sir. That's where we did our stand-up, wasn't it? So Holy cow.
Yeah.
Look at this. Hope that top camera is seeing all this. 'Cause this is pretty cool.
It's a little bit better without snow.
Yeah, yeah, it is. Yeah, well, what am I saying? Tomorrow's Mother's Day. What are all these mothers doing jeeping up here today?
I was going to correct you, but I was going to not say anything.
Well, it's good to see women driving the Jeeps. That's fun. Whole family can get involved.
Well, there's a whole crap load of them
No,
up
man,
here.
it's like we're having a reunion, a Jeep reunion over here.
Woo, look at this dude on the rocks.
Yeah, those guys do that. They get up there and they take pictures of themselves climbing these rocks, and some of them do pretty good. Some of them amaze me. I've done videos of some of these guys on the rocks. Oh yeah, that's one thing I got to do with you is get you out and watch this thing go up and down.
Yeah.
We didn't do that yet. I forgot that. Look, he took his fenders off his Jeep. What if he did that on purpose? Holy cow. Yeah, I've seen Jeeps climbing all over this rock.
Yeah.
That's what they're doing. They're all getting pictures on top of the rock. So you gotta go in that rock over there.
Now there are actually tents out here.
Yeah.
I don't know, it's a little early in the season to be up here.
Yeah, you gotta have some good warming stuff.
Butt off.
Well, this is cool.
Well, I guess it is.
Wow.
This guy gonna.
You know this trail? Yeah,
looks familiar.
we've got people coming up, coming down. Maybe I have to do the axle lock here pretty soon. I don't know what that guy wants. I guess I've got no choice. Let me see if I can back down a little. This is where we backed down once
Right
before.
here at park.
Oh. These knobs. Oh, wait, but they're getting out of the way. Okay. Well, this is good. There's no
He's gonna make his own trail. Look at.
or mud. Well, he's got a 4Runner. Oh, geez. Now we got razors. Oh, they're all going to take the path. Oh, wow, this place is really getting crowded today.
Yeah, no, these crap look at people.
Yeah. And everybody's got their side by side. Where's all the ATVs?
Look at this poor Razor. You imagine being up here with one of them 4-door Razors? There's.
Yeah, there's not much room. But
I guess you're up here in a Dodge Rebel.
geez.
What am I saying?
Wow, now this is going to be quite the tricky one. Did I put the locker in?
Yeah, I think you just did.
Okay. Gotta watch these freaking trees. They want to come out and touch you. Oh, jeez. Yeah, we can keep getting bigger.
Yeah, you're not slipping any. You're making
No.
it through.
Yeah, I just keep watching on that side.
Okay, never mind.
You sure I didn't have that locker in? Rear axle locked. Okay. Oh yeah, there we go. Big difference in whether you're locking that rear, and I love it locking, not slipping with the clutch. Lockers are so much nicer. Yeah, you just make sure those trees don't get any closer. Oh, there we got some momentum going.
Are you gonna be able to make it past?
Well, you know, that's an idea. She doesn't look like she's ready to give me any room.
Yeah.
My
So on your sensors,
yeah, sensors are saying I'm getting pretty close to that tree. As you laugh,
Oh, jeez.
yeah. We're still not in the rough part. I'm glad we got the air all the way up because we cleared all those rocks. Some of those, I thought we were going to be close. You wanted to drive?
No good.
Oh yeah, I can remember these trails.
And this is just a loop, so right?
Yeah, this is. I don't know how far up. Last 2 years, I had 5 trailer tire blowouts. Each time it happens, it tears up a fender, cracks my clearance lights, demolishes my license plates. Trailer tires are so close together, they throw nails at each other. And if you've trailered much, you know that trailer tires are not the best made. There's only a handful that are any good. And they're not as good as truck tires. So, I wanted a way to monitor my air pressure and my heat on my trailer tires, so I know when something's about to happen. Before it happens, it costs me a pile of money. Now you can know what you can't see. Real-time tire pressure and temperature. There's a low battery alarm, a high pressure alarm, a low pressure alarm, high heat alarm. So I wanted one that would go inside the tire like they do on my truck. And you know, I've tried those kind that just screw on your valve stem, they're about the size of golf balls. And of course, if you got a horse tied to the trailer, he'll paw it off or chew it off. And those are like 50 bucks a piece, so they're, you know, they're easy to get stolen too. Everything I was looking for was in this unit. The tire pressure unit's inside the tire, out of the way. Just one repeater on the trailer to amplify the wireless signal to the truck, and just a wireless receiver monitor in the truck. It's in the top of your cab, pointing toward your gooseneck. And there's the one on the bumper. Really got great camera on this. It's really got bright. The density's perfect on it. I really like it. You can see all the vehicles parked in our yard, and there's a hitch, so I can back right up to it. And then, let's see, where else I can have. Yeah, this is the one that maximizes and unmaximizes where you're at. It shows you a lot of stuff. Safety and convenience group. It's got adaptive cruise control, which I really like, which is really cool on here. I'll show them on the other camera. They got two cruise controls. Normal cruise, like you're used to, and then there's the adaptive cruise, which locks the radar onto somebody in front of you, which is really nice. And I didn't think you needed it. The second or the first the first cruise control, I didn't think you needed it. I think the adaptive was good enough because it locks on people, but also slows you down, speeds you up. So the normal cruise control, if you don't have a lot of traffic, will get you better fuel mileage. So I understand now why they have two of them. And it's that four-wheel drive knob, and the knob controls your transmission. I'm totally good with that. I don't have a problem with it. You got a rear axle lock down there by the knob, 4 high, 4 low, 2-wheel drive. And it takes a little bit of getting used to because you're used to shifting up here on the column, but I'm used to it now pretty much. Great layout, and the brake controller's in a perfect place, and I'm going to call this center console the transformer because it transforms into a lot of stuff. The tray that holds your cups moves forward and back. You got two different compartments in the actual armrest here, a small one and a big deep one, and then you can float all that stuff forward or back, whatever you want, wherever you need to put the cargo. And it's even got a little thing for building houses, you know, shows you all your angle of your rafters. But yeah, you got plenty of USB ports. There's 4 of them right there, an auxiliary. Well equipped, got little pockets all over the place and that giant screen. But this is really a well-appointed truck. And the mirrors too, I like the mirrors. These are not toy mirrors, and they do make toy mirrors for this. It's really hard to get a half-ton that way unless you order it that way. But these are decent mirrors, and they got spotters on each side, which I really appreciate. Of course, it has all the spotter electronics too that tells you what's going on if somebody gets too close to you. 9-speaker, a Harman Kardon. 19 speakers, holy crapoly! Then that multifunctional tailgate is almost $1,000. It's $995. See, now all through the big three all have some kind of a special tailgate. Ford's got the ramp that slides out the tailgate, the little step. GM has got the tailgate that folds into several steps, and then this has got the barn door. 33-gallon tank. Now we're talking. My Ford's got a 36, but this is up to 33. This is good. All these trucks. You pull the trailers, you need over 30 gallons of fuel. The air suspension, all 4 corners, that's $1,805, $1,805. I'd pay that much for one. Blind spot, cross pass detections, $595. The Ram box, I love the Ram box. It's $995. Trailer brake control is only $295. That's a hell of a bargain. Must be included in one of these other packages because you can't get an aftermarket one for that. This is really a nice place. It does very well. Trailer brake control is only $295. The spray and bed liner is $595. That's a bargain too. From the factory, those things I would always buy. But yes, this is just too cool. Hope it's light enough in here. Of course, we talked about this is 260 horsepower and 480 torque on this diesel 3rd generation 3-liter V6 turbo. And it's got, I guess I'll show you pictures of the fake hood scoops. Well, I don't know what they are. If the wind bounced off the windshield and if they were open, they probably would suck some air in there, but I don't think they have that option. Trailer capacity is 9710. That's the best I could find on the internet. I was going to look up by VIN number, and I couldn't find that website, but I know they have one. But yeah, so 9,710. So we're hauling about half what the capacity is. We're hauling 5,000 pound empty dump trailer from Iron Ball. It's one we got from Jayhawk Trailers. Yes, I like the gauge layout. So I'm getting 19.8 overall over 442 miles. This 8 had a 700 mile range when they brought it to me. And if I would have just cruise control driving the empty truck, I would have gotten right close to that 24 on the highway mile per gallon. But you know, that's an average of pulling trailers and climbing the mountains and climbing rocks and all the normal stuff you do. Yeah, I like that. And the brake controller is easy to set there.